Now it tells us to modify the position of the data labels for profit, positioning them at the inside top of the column and expenses at the bottom. And then to modify the size and alignment of the labels, these data labels, making them size 8 font of the data labels. And finally save the Excel workbook. Okay. We can go to our table as we left it, and we see that we have here, one of the sets retains the labels we entered at the very beginning, but when we add the profits set, which are not in, we see that they are not labeled. Okay, now so we have to. What the exercise tells us is that first we must select the first label, the label 4, the one that is positioned here in the lower part that represents expenses, and enter. For example, data labels, put them at the internal end. Internal end, what does it mean? It means that it is going to put it inside the space for each of its representations. It is going to place it at the top. Okay? This is similar to what we could add in the other set, in the other data range that we have represented, which in this specific case, the benefits are the main concern, as there is no data label available. Okay? We could put it in the center, which is what it would put by default, but in this case it asks us to put it in the lower base. Okay. So here we have a very elegant representation in which all of the numbers are more or less close to each other, and we can easily compare them. Besides getting an overview of how it is going, the behavior of expenses and profit. Furthermore, we know that revenue, which is the sum of the two, which is the total height of each of these columns, counting the two colors, also means something. Essentially, they represent the revenue, and we have the specific values of the expenses and profits of each month. We have them here together to see them properly. This is truly interesting, and then they asked us to change the typeface. Perhaps it is, well, we are going to change, for example, that of the axis, because we see that here some months do not exactly fit. Well, we are going to write them in a typeface. So what we do is select it. We can also select it here in the horizontal axis category, and we go to Start simply, and we put size 8, which is a smaller size so that it fits perfectly in the graph. Well, if what it asked us for was to make the data labels smaller too, we would do so in the same way. We would also start size 8, for example. We see here it is a smaller size, that it is okay. And here also 8, and that would be the solution for the exercise, and with a stylish enough for us to send it to the printer.